I've got tomato goo all over my trousers. What the hell is that? I'm being attacked by a fennel. What the hell? Hi everyone, and welcome back to my plot. Finally come back. Just need to say I'm sorry for the silence over the last month. I've had a big life change and I've been trying to adjust to it over the last 7-8 weeks. Also, it's been the summer holidays and it can get a bit mental with having children, so I've not really had any time to come up here and do anything. So I would say, thankfully, I spent so much time throughout the year up here, because if I hadn't, it would have been 10 times worse. And believe me when I tell you, it is bad. It's about as bad as it gets. What I've decided to do today, because I know there's going to be so much work to do, it's going to take me months to get it back on top of everything. But what I've decided to do is harvest what I've got here, which will be the most important thing for me, is to harvest the rest of the tomatoes. I did harvest some already previous, and I'll put a little clip in so you can see what I've been harvesting. I'm literally only on this one. There are so many. But there are tons more in the polytunnel which need harvesting. It has been a bumper year for tomatoes, so I'm not going to complain. So I'm just going to show you, I'll show you the polytunnel now, and you can see how wild it is, and then and we'll start harvesting some tomatoes. So get ready for it. This is what happens when you don't stake your tomatoes. They go a little bit mental. So there are loads of tomatoes, loads I've lost, but I have actually had loads as well. But there's still, as you can see, there's still so many to harvest. Loads over here. It smells a little bit like rotting fruit in here. And I've got loads of these really cool peppers which have no spice. Like, they're absolutely amazing. So I'm going to be able to freeze these and put these into loads of dinners. I think these are the same as well. I don't think that's the same plant. Those ones have no spice, and those ones might be different. I'm not really sure, but they're flying over. So you're probably all wondering, what happened to my melons? And I can tell you now, by looking down here, we've only gone and got some bloody melons. Well, I try really hard not to step on anything, but if you have a look over there, you see that weird stripy looking thing? That is a melon. And I can also see another one hiding over there. Unfortunately, because I had such a long absence from being down here, and obviously we had a massive drought. Yeah, a lot of the melon plants didn't quite make it. I did have a holiday as well for 2 weeks, which in hindsight, don't take a holiday in July, because it's literally mental. Like, I'm not going to do that again, because I worked so hard all year, and then the peak time I wasn't bloody here, so it was really annoying. Ooh, I have just noticed, I think I might have found another melon. All is not lost. Can you see that? There is another melon hiding under there, and that looks like a different variety. Loads of black tomatoes as well, which they feel a bit firm still. I'm not sure if they're quite ready. Yeah, they're a little bit firm. But on this side, absolutely tons. So I really need to get harvesting over this side. I don't mess. Over this side, I did have cucumbers and courgettes, but they've done something weird. I don't know if it's because I left them too long. I mean, people keep saying these are courgettes that have just been left too long, and now they've turned into pumpkins. Well, they haven't turned into pumpkins, obviously, because that's a different thing. But Since I don't have any pumpkins because they all died in the drought outside, I can turn these into Halloween pumpkins maybe. So you got a few more peppers and chilies. Also just noticed a couple of cucumbers. Oh, there's actually a few more and the plant is still alive. It's going to be fun, isn't it? I'm just going to go and try and find something to put all of these tomatoes in, and yeah, because I need to collect them. So basically at home I've been making pasta sauces, sun-dried tomatoes, I made some chopped tomatoes. What else did I do? I think that's it. But yeah, I know I've got loads and loads more tomatoes, but I mean, I'm in a position now where money is going to be a little bit tight for the foreseeable future. So the fact that I've got this many tomatoes makes me really happy, because hopefully, you know, this will be my way of making loads of sauces and preserves and stuff, so that it will see us through until next year, hopefully. So before I harvest anything, you guys want to see the shambles. The shambles that is my plot. So today I thought, instead of coming up here and cracking on, which is what I really wanted to do, of my first full day where I don't have a child because he's back at school, I thought I would just come down here and make a video. It's like the first chance I've had, really. So I'm probably not really going to achieve much other than collecting some stuff, but I'm going to show you how the plot is looking at the moment. And yeah, so this was my flowery area. It didn't do very well, to be honest. The drought was really, really not helpful. My sedums are looking bloody gorgeous though. Absolutely love these. Let's go and have a look around here, shall we? Let's have a look. Some other random flowers. Bloody hell. So I decided this is going to be the nursery bed, which is the place where the flowers grow, because I'm not very experienced in growing flowers. I try every year, but I really am quite terrible at it. I do have a go every year, and half the time I don't really know like how big the plants are going to get or how much space they need. So I think this bed is going to be the nursery bed for all the flowers that I try to grow. Yeah, so it's just going to be flowers only, and a lot of what's in there are perennial. They've just seeded, so we've got poppies and mallow and stuff, and fennel. Somebody's having a bonfire. Why is it every time I come up here they have a bonfire? I've not been here for months. It bloody stinks. So I'm going to take you over to another part. So this, to be honest, this is looking quite nice. I like it when it's full. So I would normally plant flowers in between here, but I just didn't have the time this year. But again, the sedum looking absolutely gorgeous, and I grew these from seed, same as the other ones. And I've got some jasmine there. The apple tree did something weird. Yeah, they mostly dropped off and rotted, so I don't really know. Another sedum. They're a great space filler if you have them. This is my sage. It's just got absolutely massive. So I absolutely love sage. It is like a gorgeous herb to have in stuffing, and you can actually fry it and have it in a risotto. It's just so tasty. And so I'm probably going to harvest some of that as well. I don't have any facilities to dry it, dehydrate it, but if you do have a dehydrator or something, probably can do it in the oven. Then some dried sage. Yeah, another way of preserving it. So that is, you know, the little pink tree spinach that I showed you before? That is what happens to it when it gets big, and then it seeds and then it goes everywhere. So I need to pull all of that out, really. Had a disaster with the pumpkins. Looks like that the only one I had's been eaten. And again, the beans dried, but I now have some bean seeds inside there somewhere. Looks like I've still got 2 alive plants. I'm just going to have a little walk through. It's just mental. Look, can you see it? You can see how many seeds that has on it. Yeah, that's white seeds. What the hell is that? I'm being attacked by a fennel. So this is where my garlic was, but because the ground's been so hard, I've not been able to pull it out. So, and it has rained the last few days, so I'm hoping I might actually be able to dig some up today. Actually being attacked by tree spinach. Right, oh my God. Oh crap. See, this is, this is my sprouting broccoli, which I was under the impression would be ready in the winter. But as you can see by the flowers, it's been ready and now it's going to flower, so I've missed it. Absolutely bloody brilliant. But you know, the flowery part is still edible. Look how happy the bees are. It's actually a beautiful flower. I've got a little bit there that I could take. I'll still eat the flower, it's not really that much of an issue. Got one over there actually that I haven't missed. I could get that one. I don't really know how these have all been uncovered. The wind must have blown them under. The wind must have blown it over, but again, I can take these as well. It's really annoying. I really have messed that one up. We need to take note next time of when it's ready to harvest. Maybe it's the purple one that's ready in winter. That's really annoying. I actually thought I did quite well looking after those because obviously with the cabbage white butterflies, they remain pretty much untouched. Yeah, look how perfect the leaves are. Although, yeah, I don't know. These are now starting to go to seed, but I can collect these for seeds and grow more next year. See all these little seed pods? They are the seed pods of the broccoli. So you must remember to take that. So I was trying to show you, oh, Jesus Christ, look at this. Like these are weed seeds. You see how many there are? There's hundreds. But I still seem to have 2 pumpkin plants that are alive. We had this really strange rogue tomato plant grow. Oh no, I think I've missed them all now, but it just grew itself. Let's see if it's any good. People are probably going to come at me for not washing it first, but whatever. It's quite tasty. I don't know what variety it is. I don't even know where it's come from, but free food. You're probably wondering what happened to the grapes I was so excited about. I can tell you now. Ain't good. I don't know at what point they were ready, but they are long gone. We shall try again next year. See all of these little flower heads bobbing around. These are the garlic. That looks so pretty. Love it. I did notice as well, we've got 2 figs on here. They need to hold tight until next year, so the chances of that happening is slim to none. So, I forgot to do the weather. Today is 19 degrees and boiling hot. It's been raining for the last week, I think. I've been in Ireland, so it's also been raining there. Yeah, so I'll come back to rain. Great. But I'm absolutely boiling today, and to be honest, it's quite nice to get a bit of sun. My summer tan is starting to dwindle away to nothing, back to pasty pale winter pastiness. This is going to take me forever, so I'll probably speed this bit up. So I think the reason why the tomatoes have been so good this year is obviously it's been so hot. But my polytunnel in particular is ripped everywhere. So the rain still comes in. So they've not, that's snapped off. It's not been drying out too much, especially not on this side. So, yeah, it's just, I've never had so many tomatoes, ever. but I'm not complaining. Because do you know how expensive tomatoes are to buy in the shop? You will know that because you buy them. And yeah, this is going to have saved me an absolute fortune, especially buying sauces as well. I don't need to buy any sauces. But what I did make the mistake of is obviously not getting around to tying them up. These are all split. Some of these have gone a bit manky. Yeah, so because I didn't tie them up, they're now just flopping around, which is no good for anyone. No one likes it floppy. So I'm back outside because it's boiling in there. I don't know if it's hotter in there or hotter out here. It's boiling. But I'm not complaining because the last few days weather has been horrible. So we're happy to have some more sun. I'm feeling I have mixed feelings about the allotment this year. I did find it all quite overwhelming at points, as you would have seen, because it's so difficult to maintain this plot that I sometimes just think, have I got the capacity? Do I have the time to do it? And then think I could give it to somebody else who could dedicate all the time, but I don't want to be beaten. I am a fighter and I will not be beaten. But yeah, obviously I've had a lot of personal challenges this year, which I'm still trying to process. But what I've learned about myself throughout this is I am so much stronger than I ever thought I was. I've actually blown at my own mind. I got a bit distracted, but I noticed outside the polytunnel window. What the hell? I've got a pumpkin and I have no idea why or where it came from. What the hell? So I've just solved the mystery. Look, it's growing from the polytunnel. I accidentally planted a pumpkin in there. It's growing out the window, all the way down, and it's just growing the most beautiful looking pumpkin you've ever freaking seen. Although that is a bit weird. Look at that. Got a bloody pumpkin. I think this video might end up having to do a part 1 and part 2 because it's too hot in the polytunnel to pick anything. I'm so hot. I've really achieved very much. I've just got really sweaty. Right, what else can I harvest? The thing is, I've got to get some potatoes out. I've got to get some garlic out. But I mainly need to get the tomatoes, but I'm absolutely dying inside there. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and harvest them as quick as I humanly possibly can. And then I'll be back out. That's what I'm going to do. So I was going to do one of those aesthetic harvesting videos, but I can't do it because half of them are on the floor. Oh, look at my lovely tomato harvest. Half of them are turned into mush. Right, I've harvested. Sorry about how bloody good that looks. I've harvested some. I'm sorry, but that is bloody delightful. There's one on the ground. That one too. How good is that? So here is just one small box of what I've got. I mean, I haven't even scratched the surface of how much is left. But this is a good start. I could take this home. I'm really excited. How? God, the bee's having a mental up there. I'm excited by these. I think these came from Sutton's. I'm not sure of the variety because I don't know if anyone else is the same, but you just really lose, the labels just vanish at this point in the year, don't they, or they get washed away. So yeah, it's unbearable in here. I can't stay in here any longer. So this is, yeah, something's leaking on me. Yuck. I think something's squished in the bottom. But yeah, I'm really excited. I got some of these. These look good too. So I might have to do a part 2 for the harvest because I'm running out of time and I can't cope with this heat any longer. So I can't cope with it in there. This is like being back here in the heat of the summer when it was too hot to do anything. I thought I'd be so productive today. I mean, I haven't. All I've managed to do is collect some tomatoes. But I've got tomato goo all over my trousers. I can't see any squashed tomatoes, but it's pretty rank in there, I'll be honest. I've been squashing tomatoes left, right and centre in there, trying to just walk through. Do you know what I will do before I go? I'm going to get the melons and show you. They're really cool. But I have tried one and they taste like trash, so great. And a couple more. I don't know what these are, whether they're chilies or peppers, but I'm quite excited. Isn't there? So I only found one melon, the other one's mush. Two of them are mush. But it's so weird. It's got like a really light layer of hair on it. You know, like when you shave and it grows back the next day. It's a bit like that. Horrible. But yeah, that's the melon. Pretty cool. I'm getting the hell out of here because I'm too hot. Thank you for watching. I might throw another video out next week, in the middle of the week, if I can fit it in. So you might get part 2 in the middle of the week. But yeah, I will catch you all later and I'll let you know what I'm doing with all of these. Bye. I just want to say thank you for bearing with me and still being here to watch this video and share in my crazy allotment adventures. I really appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know.